Redbeard.
Let's try Shaman. Go card, right? Okay, we'll take Phelan. We just need a way to dredge, that's all. Or shuffle. There's ways, right? Phelan's cool. Baba Naga or Coral Keeper? Let's take a Baba Naga. Coral Keeper is like, it's okay. I'd rather just have a Razzle Dazzle. I love this card. Here's our Dredge. I would love one wave, but I'm not first picking Phelan and passing a Dredge. I love the Baking Soda Volcano. Add a random Colossal minion to both players' hands. You can see who plays the most Colossals. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to your hero. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give them one. 2 Dredge? Sure. 3 Dredge? Wait a minute. We're gonna get all of our Colossals. Let's take Testing Dummy. I think Testing Dummy is pretty cool. I'm gonna take 1 wave. I think Stalwart's fine. I think Execute's fine. I just want 1 wave. Just want one. Double Baking Soda? 4 Dredge? Turn 4 Dredge. Dude, that's so fun to get Phelan and Dredge cards. These are not so fun to look at. I think Shadow Suffusion is kind of rough without the totem. We've already got 1 card that kind of can get stuck in our hand. But I mean, what am I supposed to do with that thing? Alright. I mean, it's a good card when it works, at least. Taunt minions. I have Testing Dummy. Is that it? I kind of want to just take it. What if I get a Taunt Colossal? Do any of them have Taunt? No, huh? None of them have Taunt? Neptulon, the Murloc, the Loch Ness Monster, Colagarn, no, not Colagarn, Colgate, Gaia, Submarine thing. Priest one is what? It's the giant fish thing. I don't think any of them actually have Taunt. Pirate one has Taunt? No, the Pirate one doesn't have Taunt. It summons a piece that has Taunt, and so does Colgate, but they actually don't have Taunt. Alright, well, forget it. Travel Agent is a decent 2, though. I'll be happy to grab that. From the other side, with Colossals? Be kind of cool. Let's take Wand Maker. It's cheap. It, you know, gives us a piece. I don't want Footman. I'm going to take another 3 mana 4/5. I don't love this one, but what can you do? Faceless could be good in a deck with a bunch of Colossals, but man, Hammer's just so good. Staying alive, finding Colossals. Summon an 0/6 for your opponent when it dies, summon a minion from your deck. I mean, that could be a Colossal. But that card freaking blows, so let's take this decent too. Cold Storage is good. Stonehill's probably okay, maybe. Okay, I gotta take another Dredge. Discovering a Taunt minion's cool and all, but I mean, I've got a Phelan. I like this card a lot, but man, Malted Magma's so good. Summon the pieces when you copy it. Yes. It does. Okay, there's a decent Taunt too. You know what's funny is sinking this to the bottom actually could make it harder to find a Colossal. I also wish I had Careless Mechanist instead of Bloody Knights. Any Undead? No Undead. I mean, you could still dredge it up pretty easily, and it might be good. I don't know. I think I'd rather have Flunky here. Command is great. Puffer would probably be okay. We have 5, maybe 7 weapon charges to swing. But I think Command's just too good. Double Command? I mean, I'd rather have a 3, but Commands are just nasty. I want another Cold Storage. Warner can be okay. What about the Death Scale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I've got enough spells to make this thing work. Finally, oof. I mean, I guess I take Sanguine Depths. Playing a little of my beloved Hearthstone Arena. I really want Phelan. I really want Phelan. I don't want to get all my dredge before I find my Phelan. Mull for Phelan, we kind of did. Now here's my pseudo argument. Is if I keep these and Phelan's on the bottom of my deck, I actually see more cards looking for Phelan than I would if I full mold for Phelan. Not much, did one run today. Glad it went 7. Was fun again after 3 bad runs in a row. Yeah, that's one of the things, the catches or the problems with Hearthstone and Hearthstone Arena. It's like you have like, no matter what, it always feels like your next run could go well, you know? And sometimes that just compounds your frustrations. I wonder if I'm supposed to take that. I just love Frosty the Corn. Astro Proto. Wait, Astro Proto wasn't following? I feel like Astro Proto maybe unfollowed in their sleep or got mad at me, maybe? What am I doing here? Not what I want to be doing.
This place is scary.
Melty Mental's good. Origami Crane can be very good. Got 2 lined up. I've got 5 lined up. I guess, like, you could make an argument for any of them. But if I'm going 2-2, 5, I could play the 5. It's a possibility. You never seem to get upset about it? Me? I mean, I get annoyed all the time. I try not to harp upon it too much or dwell upon it too much during the stream, but Hearthstone irritates the shit out of me. Card draw or evolve? Oh, that's a battle cry minion. Phelan is a battle cry. Those are not. These are not. That's not. Wow, that's pretty likely to draw Phelan, isn't it? I want this. Battle cry for Phelan? Yeah, I don't have that many in the deck. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 4 battle cry minions in the deck, which gives me want to overload this turn? Yeah, it'd be better if this is a 3-5, of course. Could go for it right now. Maybe we just do go for it right now, because we can probably clean up with a volcano or maybe a command and a shot or something. Does plasma use potency status effect damage? No. No, it's just fire, acid, and electricity. And I think that stinks because I'm a plasma main. How do I open this? I just have to wait? Well, I don't want to wait. You could do a good job of not letting it show. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me as much as a lot of other people. But yeah, I mean, it's still frustrating. Like, that last match frustrated me a lot. That last one bothers me more. When I don't stream, I feel like stuff bothers me more.
We're going on a dangerous voyage.
Like if I'm playing something off stream, I feel like it bothers me more. Okay, I have to kill that one. I can't. Thank you, Team America, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Boy, we're queuing into some monstrosities of some decks. Nice, Teamateurs going first. Premium cards every turn. After the last Sextuple Coligarn deck, we played 2 games of Hearthstone so far today. I wouldn't I wouldn't be queuing up another game of Hearthstone if I played this. If I didn't play this for a living. I would not turn the stream back on. Does this do anything? Not really, huh? Alright, let's just see where this goes. Yesterday I did 5 games, all barcodes. It was a good time. What an absolute delight. I mean, I need to kill this thing before I can play this thing. Yeah, maybe this, you know, does something. Workstone. I mean, you can have fun. You can have some good RNG. We're not privy to that wonderful experience right now, unfortunately. 3, 6, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, I guess I need the behemoth because I need the life because I'm about to take another 14. My fun was banned on Sunday. You know? It's okay, we might still win this one.
My blood for the Lich King.
But I've played a couple against a couple of easy 12-0 decks so far.
A thirst beyond death.
Decks that will pretty much always go 12 wins. And I was at 0 wins. Watching your insane 12 run, 100,000 card run was a good way to end my night. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool run for sure. We'll get to start playing soon. I'm optimistic for that. It's only been an hour. Could you imagine queuing up a game and, you know, playing for an hour of a game? Like nothing you did mattered. I guess that would be kind of like playing like a slot machine, and kind of Hearthstone sort of like that. Just pull the lever and watch it take your money. I actually don't know what this does. Deal 1, give 2 attack. Red, I got 2 more weapons and a class mastery of 5 today. Hey, nice. I got the little bug zapper to 4, and I think I got the electric drones to 4 as well. I try to do everything 4 and then go from 4 to 5. Red is acquiring the patience of a saint playing Hearthstone Arena every day. It's definitely has an effect on you for sure. It definitely does. What are they talking about? Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. A game that frickin' rules. I finished Barry. No spoilers, but I want to briefly discuss Barry in vague terms. I thought it was good, but I don't think it was great. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? Like, I think it was better than most shows, but it was not on the tier of like Breaking Bad or Deadwood. I was really thinking about Deadwood a lot while I was watching it, and how much I enjoyed Deadwood. I finally started. No, I'm not doing any spoilers. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's right. I thought season 4 was probably the weakest season. I found it had the least comedy in it, and that show really needs, like, it really needs comedy, I think. It needs a break from the... kind of bleakness of certain parts of it. But we can free Smellyhead. I won't spoil anything like story-wise. Okay, well maybe. Well, I mean, if Smellyhead's still muted, he can't hear me saying we could. How was Wukong? Hang on one second, I'll get into Wukong. I thought the ending was like pretty good actually for Barry though. I was kind of like, it was like pretty good. Kind of seemed to fit the show pretty well. But I'm glad it didn't continue going. I don't think it could have gone on much longer. Is it a Hitman series? Yeah. It's not so much about him being a hitman necessarily. Those are like parts of it, but I think the first couple seasons are more like it's not very realistic. It's very surreal and it's very funny. But it's not like a comedy show, you know what I mean? It has a lot of good writing, a lot of good directing, a lot of good acting. But I'm glad it ended where it did. How was Wukong? I thought Wukong was really fun. I don't know much about like those type of games and stuff. It's hard, but I didn't know exactly where I was going or what I was doing, but it was fun to chop stuff and upgrade your characters and stuff. I could see playing that game more extensively. I could see that. Bill Hader's in your top 3 SNL cast members. See, so I don't watch SNL, but I really like Bill Hader. I mean, he's great in the show. I've been listening to the Prestige podcast where they talk about it. He kind of breaks it down, and he's just very interesting. He's a good interview. He talks about the directing and the writing and the creation process, and I just think it's all very interesting. He was on some podcasts for the Rewatchables. He did No Country for Old Men with Sean Fennessy, and maybe Bill was there. I don't remember if Bill Simmons was there. But he's interesting. I never like SNL, but I haven't seen a lot of stuff that he's in. I bet his is probably like some of the better stuff, I would guess. Did my opponent DC? I wasn't paying attention. Did they skip a turn? If isn't my pal Beardo the weirdo? What the?
We're going on a dangerous voyage. You win.
This is unsafe.
They just didn't trade at all to clear your board, and they just did it next turn to summon more stats for you. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. Do you like that I got these? By the way?
This is unsafe. This is unsafe.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
Can't play Neptulon next turn. I could put another Phelan. I could play another Phelan. I kind of want to do that. Is that stupid? You get another, Neptulon or whatever. Let's just take Glug. And let's just play. I mean, this is stupid, but let's just do it this way.
We're going on a dangerous voyage. You win.
Glug's still on top, right? We should be fine to just maybe see how many Colossals we can see. I mean, he may do some stupid shit, but... Fire Lens? Molten Rune. New Arena player in 2024? They're out there. Okay, what just happened? Why is he doing this to me? Okay, now he can summon my Glug, and we'll, stop playing Hearthstone Arena for the day.
You should have stayed on land.
Ever kill him? Play this one. I guess I can play this one. 3, 2. All enemies. 3. Is that lethal?
Stayed on land.
Golden Glug looks cool. Yeah, it's one of the best.
Well played.
Didn't get any 2s and I didn't get Phelan, but at least have a 3.
In all my years.
I don't want a hand like this. Well, I'm not gonna draw 2, I guess at least let me draw Phelan.
It's all in your head.
Need that to die before he gets Colossals.
My dying breath is for this city.
My dying breath is for the city. He has a Molten Rune, probably. Probably. What's up, Mr. Jerbeck?
By my blood!
We're going on a dangerous voyage.
How are we doing on this lovely night? Oh, we're playing Hearthstone Arena. I'm in my underwear with my friends, but other than that, everything's good. Other than that, everything's good. No, things are pretty good. Things are pretty good. Got to check out Wukong, Black Myth Wukong yesterday. I don't know if you were here for that. I don't know if you have any interest in that game. I thought it was pretty cool.
Come in here!
What did you just do? Buffed 5 things?
Hey, I got you, friend.
I mean, that's pretty good. Could also go 2-2-1, ping this trade up into his guy. We'd have a Colossal next turn, but we probably couldn't play a Colossal next turn. I saw some of it, the little guy that looked like you with your hat off. Oh yeah, that's right. Arena tonight. Get excited. What do I like to drink? I like a nice whiskey and cola. I like a nice whiskey straight. I don't mind like a nice strawberry margarita. I like a vodka soda maybe is fine. It's all good.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
Play that next turn. Which actually makes me want to not dredge again this turn.
The results of my leadership.
Slam the whiskey. One more, please. Not too many, but just, you know, 1, 1.5 maybe. Dare I say even 2? You're feeling frisky. Although you might end up feeling frisky after your first whiskey.
It's all in your head.
You little worm.
Initializing descent.
3, 7. Neptulon from the next dredge? It depends, but most likely Neptulon. And let's take a moment to appreciate how cool Glug looks. Good evening, what's up, Whirly? How are you doing? Do you have any updates for us on your wildlife? Interesting glum stats. What's a glum? I've arrived. What is up, Grev? You have indeed? Big Papa Gulper is getting work done here? I could go face and then freeze my own Glug. I guess that probably wouldn't be good. Do I ever ping my own Glug? It sounds too much like Dreads. Better that it stays a retired mechanic. That was one of their biggest mistakes. 2 spells or weapons? Spells. 2 spells in hand, but not a way to copy Glug and freeze it.
Let's see. What do I take?
Actually, maybe we should have taken Gaia next turn. I only have 8 mana. Could do like this, though. Arena should be infinite. I have a date tomorrow with a tall nerd. I'm excited. Oh, sounds like a dream come true. Lots of different men. What happened to the last guy? What was the problem with the last guy?
Winds of the south, come to my aid.
I mean, obviously there was a problem. I can't remember what. I can copy his Tiamat. Then I can play that.
Winds of the south, come to my aid. Unleashed.
Last guy kept saying, now you are getting it, to all my opinions. Like I was dumb. Especially bothered me when it was a topic that I knew well.
Diado. The light dims, but we fight.
I can coin this into this. Try to find a 3-cost location or a 3-drop on the bottom of my deck. It's not the worst idea. But I could also go to coin a Baba Naga potentially too.
Reporting for duty.
What's your dream destination?
Horizon's Edge is pretty good. Ball, the Dollhouse, not all that relevant. I suppose the Dollhouse with the Volcano could be kind of interesting. Auras count as spells, but locations don't, correct? That is correct, right? That is right. Shaman. There are some good ones. I suppose I could coin out the 2 if I completely whiff. We completely whiffed? We didn't completely whiff. We're kind of close to completely whiffing.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
Find another dredge. Could find a pesky guy. I think I'll just actually take another dredge. In case I draw the Phelan in the next few turns. Has anybody seen my pants? Yes. You threw them out the window. You said you'd never need them again in a fit of passion.
You give the best hugs.
Oh, he won't even hit once. Darn it.
Turning tides. Looks like you're
I mean, if he doesn't buff this, matches up well. If I do this, it could be great. I might hit his face 3 times. Can't spell passion without ass. Is that right? Holy shit, you're right. Well, some people are passionate about the ass in it. Putting the ass on it. I don't know, man. People have passion. I remember when I had passions. You're the best Hearthstone streamer? Wow, you're maybe the best Hearthstone chatter with a message like that. 100% success rate? Oh, hurry, Nettie, they're awful. Is that when... What, was that when Marge and Homer were naked? What is that? People should never be naked. That's what I think. I have too many weapons here. Oh, I was just thinking, what if I can trade and get Phelan? That's great. It's a continuation to the pants thing. She's talking about his pants? Is that what's awful?
The light dims, but we fight.
They're like hanging from the tree. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember it all. What? 3, 6, 10?
All it takes is a lot of lava.
Hey, Red, what's up, Mr. Jazz? Jazz, I don't know if I told you this, but I used to work with this guy. And his name was Jazz, but his full name was Jaspreet. And every time I see you, I think that your name might be or must be Jaspreet. So we want to draw, and then we want to dredge, correct? 5, 4... Draw, and then dredge. It's Jason, not Jaspreet. No, Preet with a P. Jaspreet. I think he was... I actually don't know.
If only I
He
had
was
some
from a
water.
land far away. Might have been Sri Lankan. Might have been Indian, I'm not sure. Why not dredge and draw? Because if we dredge, then draw, we're only seeing one card. The card we know we want, a Colossal. This way we get to see an unknown card, and we still get the Colossal. You end up with the same amount of cards, but you get to see one more card this way. My son is also named Jaspreet. Yeah, like that. I think that's how he spelled it. I knew this guy. Okay, I didn't really know this guy. I was dating this gal. My longest actual relationship when I was very young We dated for almost 4 years, which is kind of crazy to think about now. So we also probably haven't talked in 10. She was around my age. I was probably like, you know, 22, 23, around that age. And then we dated till we were like in our mid-20s. And she had an older sister. And her older sister was like she was like, I don't know, she was in medical school for a long time. She was like, I don't know, she was a doctor or like an omega nurse or something. She was in school for a really long time. And she dated this guy, and he was Sri Lankan, and his name was Shashank. Shashank? Is that his name? I think that was his name. Shashank. And he was very tall, and he looked very, you know, he looked very unique, I guess. Is that okay to say? Can you say that? He had like a very, you know, and he was very tall. I don't know if I'd call him handsome, but like, yeah. And he was always, and I used to like go to like family functions and things like that. I hated it. I'd go to someone's wedding or go to like some grandma's birthday and so on and so forth. It was terrible. I hate interacting with people. And I used to like, you know, I'd be polite and I'd talk to people, but I never really was like happy to be there. And he was always the life of the party, Shashank or whatever. And I'd just kind of be sitting there. And every time that anybody would ask him like anything, like, hey, what did, you know, I think he grew up in Sri Lanka. They're like, what was it like? Or at least he said he did. I never really bought it. I didn't always buy it. I kind of thought he was lying. They're like, oh, what's it like in Sri Lanka? Oh, that's so amazing. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, like my uncle is like the head of the Sri Lankan military. So when I go back in the summer, I'm like parachuting out of helicopters and then we go like snowboarding. I'm like, wait a minute. And everybody's like, oh my God, that's incredible. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's just the plot of Jackie Chan First Strike. I think Jackie Chan was in Sri Lanka, jumped out of a helicopter and started snowboarding down a hill. And I'm like, to explain to my girlfriend at the time, I'm like, what is it? What? You know, this is just a movie he's saying. He's like, no, he's so cool. I'm like, no, he's not. He's a liar. He's lying. But then everybody would ask me, like, hey, so what do you do? It's like, I don't know. I sit at home and I play video games. And they're just like, oh. So everybody just thought, like, I was the biggest piece of shit. You knew Jackie Chan? I knew a Jackie Chan. What the shit? I knew a Jackie Chan impersonator. This is when Red Sanchez was born. I just remember all the time. Like, it was always a new story, but I think it was always a plot from a movie. It was like, oh yeah, like, you know, had the craziest weekend. You know, this futuristic computer program became sentient, and I had to like go back in time and have sex with my mom and, you know, meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm like, what? This sounds made up. Why is this happening to me? There's snow in Sri Lanka? Yeah, on the top of, something, probably. I have a Krakatoa. Krakatoa is not even good. That has to come. I mean, I can't win. I don't know why. I don't know why. I was friends with Dr. Emmett Brown, and I ended up going back in time with him. It was wild. What's up, Vigil? How are you? Vigil, are you going to be at TwitchCon by any chance? Will you be at TwitchCon in San Diego in 3 weeks by any chance? I don't want Krakatoa. I guess I could swing this turn. Just so that I could swing my crab arms. I will not leave for Australia before then. I'll be at Redcon though. Dude, you're so busy, always traveling the world. 1 year, one day.
You will be crushed beneath the endless tide.
There he is. There he effing is. There's the Neptulon top deck I was waiting for so patiently. I love that I played a Phelan and still played more. He still played better Colossals than me. If your opponent had one card. We're having fun. I'm having no fun today, but I had a lot of fun yesterday. Barcoder just subbed to Redbeard. That's not a bar. Well, okay. I mean, in Hearthstone, sure, but he's a real person. That's my friend Dreads. That's my business associate Dreads. Thank you for the 63 months. All right. Any wide chatters? Oh, we played Wukong. This is maybe my favorite one. This one's good too. Dreads wide 4.
I need to wrap this up.
Hold on. Okay, everybody just make a little emote collage. I'm gonna make one, okay? Play the 2.
All it takes is a lot.
Play the 3. I don't know. Okay, that one. Okay. Okay, tell me what you think about this. I'm kind of telling a story a little.
I never make 2 trips. I never make 2 trips.
Why is he wearing who's the I'm ruining my joke here. Why is he wearing the Real Madrid jersey in the Dreads wide 3? Oh god. Could do this. Kinda don't want to. Let's just do this.
What do I take?
Might need to command next turn. Whose butt is that though? That is actually my butt. Not a lot of people know that. But that's my butt. That story was also the plot of a Jackie Chan movie. Goddamn Shashank. Shashank? I don't know if his name was Shashank. There was a kid, it was either his name was Shashank or there was a kid I worked with whose name was Shashank. But I mean, at this point, who can remember? I'm too old to remember things. My days of remembering things are over. Not hairy enough for your butt. That's when they took me to the industrial waxing facility where they wax gorilla asses for the circus. That's how I came out in that emote. Shunk goes hard as a name. It does. Are you sure you weren't thinking of the Shashank Redemption? I am sure of that, yeah. You sound like Morgan Freeman. No. I can't say that he did. I don't know if this is right, but I am spending 5 mana here. That I know is the truth. That's Redbeard's Shashankadonk. He did have a nice rear end. I don't know. I haven't looked. I was locked up in prison as an innocent man, but I escaped by crawling through a sewer. It was wild. You strike me as a man who has spent time in prison, but not as a man who was innocent while there. I definitely get the vibe of hardened criminal from you.
Turning tides. What's with your mind?
Maybe I should have got the extra durability.
It's a lot.
Yeah, probably. All this stuff is poo, man. Need Phelan. All this dredge is worthless without my Phelan. And even with my Phelan, it's kind of worthless. Pretty well, actually. I'm actually glad I'm getting the Wand Maker here.
You don't pick the wands.
Cold Swords should not be 1 mana? Yeah, Cold Sword is kind of weird. 1 mana freeze a minion is like almost a card. And then 1 mana freeze a minion, draw a card. Like, that's kind of crazy. Dude, how did I draft Phelan and I've been hit by more Colossals this run than I've cast... And I've cast Phelan, like, several times. How can that be? Simple Hex could turn you into a toad. Yeah, it's pretty nutty. I don't know why they buffed it. I think it was in... I'm assuming Caverns of Time is the set? And then it like made it into core or something? Or maybe they buffed it for core? It's such a strange card to have been buffed so much later, but also have been made so powerful. But, strangely enough, kind of isn't even that powerful anymore. When it first changed, it was like... kind of staggering. Now it's like, eh, my opponent will just get a copy of it. Any minion you play that's good, that costs more than like 3 mana, is actually a bad minion because your opponent just gets a free copy of it for half of what you spent. They just all reverberate them, or buy one get one freeze them, or funhouse mirror them, or steal them with an MCT just for free. It's just like, oh, I won't play a card that costs more than I just won't play any cards that cost more than 1.
Oh, my turn's almost over. What's your dream destination?
Buy one get one is the biggest offender. Yeah.
This is scary.
Every time we talk about kind of like the removal power creep. Class is he? Is that a mage? How am I supposed to even tell? It's like, should I just not take that card? Mage, yeah. I'm always reminded of kind of the cycle that Magic the Gathering went through with that type of stuff in its relatively early days, where like removal spells cost 1 or 2 mana. Swords to Plowshares, Terror, Counterspell. I mean, even something like a Lightning Bolt. They just stopped you from playing a 5 or 6 mana green creature. Because it's like, you can't spend 6 mana on a 6/6 gorilla and then have your opponent kill it for 1 mana and then play their own, 5 mana angel on the same turn. And it's like, Magic kind of learned the lesson to make basic removal a little more expensive and a little more restrictive. Hearthstone, for all the things it's done to copy Magic, has made like all the same mistakes, but has not fixed a lot of them. 0 mana cards, an infinite amount of card draw, basically for free. Removal that far outclasses most or any of the minions that you can produce with it. And that's why a lot of the times it just feels like everyone's playing Miracle something, and you're kind of playing Solitaire. Let me see if I can play 20 cards in 1 turn and remove everything and develop something. And it's like, if you just kind of focus on those principal aspects of kind of like game theory, it's so preventable, it's so avoidable. But they don't seem to be able to recognize that. Give them 10 more years. Shudder to think where Hearthstone will be 10 years from now. Just copying the cards isn't good enough. I mean, they did that for a while. Innervate, Grizzly Bears. Just wait till they start letting you spend for a temporary for strike and +1/+1. I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm not opposed to all of it. I'm just opposed to some of it.
Let's see, what do I take?
Okay, well, they're all great. I can put them all on the top of my deck right now. Maybe I should have just overloaded. Nah, because I could have got a 6. If the crab was here, I'd probably just take the crab. Oh man, cold storage. Okay, so I probably want that one, like, later. And I also want to get both my Colossals before I dredge the weapon. I remember when Discover wasn't a thing. I mean, Discover's not really a problem. Well, it is a problem. Discover doesn't have to be a problem. The problem is
You will not come closer.
a lot of the discover cards also give you like insane tempo. It's like they don't set you back. Why'd I take this one? Okay, I definitely want the rush. Oh shit. Okay, I definitely want the Syndragosa no matter what first. Okay, no, I wanted the rush. Also, he copied this knowing I just dredged a Colossal. Must have 3 of them. Whatever makes Hearthstone playable. Without it, I would burn all my cards in the trash. So, like, Discover used to be a 2-mana 1/1 that would discover a 3-cost card. That's what Discover used to be. And then it was a 3-mana 2/2 that could discover, like, a random card from a gigantic pool of stuff. And the pool of stuff you could discover from, nothing was that good, except maybe, like, a hero card, maybe. But, like, it was very rare. Now it's, like, a 2-mana 2/3 that discovers a mage spell. And half the mage spells are better than any legendary, and they cost a quarter of what like a good legendary would cost. You know what I mean? And like that's the issue. So I think Discover could and should exist. You just need more restrictions on what things can discover. So cards like Excavate are cool because they give you a very small pool of cards, and you can calibrate that pool to specific things. So like, oh, it'll never give you a 0-mana Reska. You can never Excavate and get a 0-mana Reska unless you're combining it with like 9 other cards, sure. But like you're never getting a 0-mana Reska, whereas Frost Strike can just give you a 0-mana Reska for some reason. And also Reska should probably cost 30, not 20. Now it's a spider tank that discovers a legendary minion. Yeah, exactly. So it's like a fairly statted minion that is guaranteed to discover a broken card or whatever. Maybe not guaranteed. Far more likely to discover a broken card. So it's like those things, you know, can be addressed. So it just says like, you could like specify the discover pools. It would take a lot of work. But I think to make a good game, you might actually have to do some work sometimes, maybe? No? Is that too... How do we get 2 extra Colossals? I have Phelan in my deck. So what if I hit and then I hit? What if I hit and then I hit? I still have to deal with all those 1/1 shitters. I think I do this. Oh yeah. Let's do it like this. Does this work if it's already frozen? Oh, it better work. Yeah, what? I have Phelan in my deck. I have Ambassador Phelan. He puts 3 Colossals on the bottom of our deck, but I also have 5 Dredge cards. Skip an expansion and put the work in? Maybe not develop Twist, Duels, Mercenaries, Classic. Maybe not develop all those horrible things and fix a game that people actually like. When I worked at Blizzard as a WoW GM, I would do all of my tickets for the day in the first 3 hours and spend the rest of my day smoking pot in the car. What? You're saying Mercs was a waste of time? I'm saying Mercenaries was, unfortunately, a humongous waste of time. I actually think Twist may be the most offensive of all of them. No, probably Mercenaries still. But, Twist could be really good, too. but it does, like, nothing about Twist makes any sense. I could play that and that, or I play this. I get 3 of them. 3, 6, 9. They all deal 2. They'd have to all hit his face. Let's just do it this way. Enjoyed the recent Whizbang Hero twist. It was fun to get a pre-made deck of randomness. But like, why does it disappear for 4 months? Why is that a thing? Like, that's awesome. So that's sort of my point. It's like, if there's something you like, it just goes away and gets replaced by something else a lot longer, a lot farther away. But most of the twist, like, quote-unquote twist seasons have just been like different forms of constructed. So why would you buy cards that you could only play with for like a month, and then that format you bought them for is going to be gone for 6 months, a year, forever? I mean, why would that be like a core aspect of what you're doing? Right? I don't understand that. And that's sort of how it was propositioned. It was like, oh, this is the way we're going to do it. Things are just going to disappear for no reason. I remember when they told us about Twist, I was sitting there, what? And like, everyone was like, oh, that sounds really cool. It does.
All it takes is a lot.
You want it to be cool. I was not expecting it to be cool. And it was not cool. Too much overlap with Twist and Tavern Brawl? Yeah, exactly. I mean, they already have a mode like that. I don't know what Twist even is. I don't know if I've ever seen where Twist is in the client. I don't know if I've ever opened up Twist or been able to find it, or cards that are actually a little bit more calibrated correctly. Like a 4-mana 3/3. A 2-mana freeze a minion and excavate, a 2-mana execute. Like, a lot of those cards are good, but they're not like if the excavate rewards weren't so good, those cards would not be that good. You know what I mean? And I think if you had more cards like that, maybe like just there was 100 different excavate cards. Like, you know, like one pool could get these 5, and this other, like, they don't all have to be called excavate, but these ones could, like, you know, like jades or like curse cards. If there was like more support for that type of escalating progression towards like an end goal, instead of just playing, you know, this card and getting a Titan and then winning the game. You cast one card, it converted your card into a Titan, and then you cast it for 3 less mana and the game ends. Or like Razzle Dazzle. Like, okay, I played a couple cards, I played a Fireball, I played a Hex, and now I summoned 6 minions and on turn 7, and there's 25 worth of stats and the game ends. Like, that doesn't feel good. Even as the player who does that, it doesn't feel good to me.
We're going on a dangerous
They could have added a twist past the shop where you get the twist cards, you can't disenchant them, but you have them all. Yeah, I mean, it could probably be monetized better. Feels rewarding when you get your Excavate Legendary because the build up. Yeah, and a lot of games, you know, your opponent played a Legendary Excavate and you didn't just lose. You know what I mean? I think even some of the Excavate Legendaries were calibrated pretty well. Rogue One's powerful and kind of wacky and kind of fun. It could have been a little different, but like a lot of the times it just gave you crap and you worked for it and it was fun getting to it, and then it doesn't just outright win you the game or whatever.
Do your worst. The results of my leader.
Please don't hit my failing.
Let's see, what do I take?
Okay, so we go Gaia. And then we shoot here. And then we go Nelly the Great Thresher. Why are all these creatures emoting you? What just happened? Oh, I thought he... the top card in my deck or something. We need to mute the opponent? He's astonished, though. Miss getting copies of Titans with Shattered Reflections. Good times. Eh. Eh. Eh.
Astonishing. Searing slash.
I'm gonna get 3 Marins. Can you get duplicates from this card? These are astonishing plays, they are. Oh, I missed that, so you can plan around what they excavate. Yeah, I think excavate's great. I wish they would flesh it out even more and bring it back. I'd be so stoked. Like, could you imagine? I mean, it hasn't been that long. What if the next expansion they announced, they're like, oh, we're, you know, bringing back excavates, and the other classes that didn't get them are getting them, and we're bringing like a new cycle of them. That would be neat. This is gonna be a strong turn. Your opponent is seething. Well, he needs to chill the F out. 6, 7, 8, 9. I can get another copy of Marin if I want. It's funny, because if I play this, and this, I'm hoping to get a Marin, right? Better than a Titan. Better than a Titan. But if I play like this, and freeze my Marin, I'm guaranteed to get my second Marin. Suppose a 1-mana Marin's pretty sick though, because then I can just draw a full hand of shit. Okay. Probably not going to put Azumat on the top of my deck for 6 mana. 3 mana, 23, 25. I mean, of all the cards, top 10 worst design cards of all time, maybe top 5. Razzle Dazzle's definitely on the short list. 6, 8, 13, 15. I could also go face. That's kind of interesting. I could go face with the Gaia, then freeze the Gaia, then summon another Gaia. Which would give me enough AoE damage to clear the whole board. I'd probably actually do that, huh? I think he's going to be astonished.
That was an error. Mistakes of the past rewritten.
Gotta get sorted out.
My thanks. You know what? My thanks.
Relaxation for all, and all thanks.
This
Astonishing.
place is scary.
Warrior is astonished. Let's hope I can kill him next turn. Teach him a valuable lesson about respect. Please win and BM this guy to death. I mean, I'm not one to kill my fellow man, but... What happened to Ozomat? The deck shuffled when we played Marin. So he's in there somewhere. He could be not our next draw, but he could be any draw now. He's no longer on the bottom of our deck. Last drink. So I can go 0.
So many choices.
Can I ever kill him? He's gonna go up to 10. Sorry, so he's gonna go up to 10. Now I have to misquash him. He's gonna go up to 10. I'm gonna put him down to 9. I'm gonna hit with the Marin. This could put him down to 7.
So many
If the Marin
choices.
dies, the Marin will die. He's gonna go down to 4. I can put him down to 1.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
I
Load off.
think I can get him to 1. I think all my minions are coming back, right? Was it 5? It's 6 because they respawn the things. Okay, I wouldn't have played that. Or maybe it's better to just have that on the board. What's the deciding factor between choosing wand and crown for you? I feel like I usually see people pick crown. Wand is usually better. Wand is almost always better.
Splash zone. Splash zone.
Because 3 mana for like 30 mana worth of cards is a lot better than 3 mana for like 2 6-drops.
Yado.
You guys have 100 Colossals is pretty cool. Also, we put up a pretty cool run. Yesterday's Raw Math deck went up.
All it takes is a lot of.
And it's our 1000th YouTube video. This is our 1000th YouTube video. So, I don't know. People go hit the like button, subscribe. Shout out to Frank and RefuGeek for putting almost all of those up. I think Tasney put up a few as well.
For this city.
I never put any up. Actually, that's not true. I did put some up way back in the day, but I didn't edit them.
Could use a trim.
I was wondering how the run ended. You can check it out there. Or... I guess that's all you can do. Depends whether your deck still contains your win condition and you need to draw it, or you need to develop something. Bear in mind, a lot of legendaries have powerful battle cries, which won't work. Well, it does add it to your hand. Zarek's Crown adds it to your hand too. But yeah, it's more dependent on what's left in your deck than any actual like hard fast, steadfast rule that you have to abide by.
By my blood.
And it depends on like what the board state is. Like, do you have to find something to put on the board with Marin? You know, do you need 2 taunts and your deck has no taunts left? Then it makes more sense to roll the legendaries for a Talon or whatever. Can we expect some more riveting monkey moves after Hearthstone? I wouldn't expect them, but I also wouldn't say it's complete impossibility to maybe see them.
Let's see, what do I take?
Faccina sorridente.
Man, this was so good. Oh my god, that's good too. Alright, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna play this one first. And I'm gonna do this, and he's gonna hex my thing, and then I'm gonna concede. Mascarita, thank you for the 10 months. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I don't really want to be paying 7 mana for Marin, then 3 mana for the crown, and then pay for a legendary effect. Well, if you don't have any cards in your hand, you're probably happy to do that the following turn, aren't you? You're probably happy to have something rather than nothing. Marin? Where are you? My sweet Marin? That ain't good. You have no cards in hand? Don't you want 3 cards for 0 mana? Not if all my cards are 1s and 2s. Probably. Or 3s. Maybe 3s. I've been impressed by the legendaries. I had a game where I, oh, I didn't even get a Dredge Pirate. I had a game where it can do some crazy unexpected things.
I'll take the anchor.
I kind of need, like, I need to find my Dredge cards so I can find my Syndragosa.
Do you have anything clear?
Order! No, I don't care about 1 attack. I care about not taking 7 damage or keeping a minion on board. The Under Pirate first, Red! If you don't plan on casting it, because it's a horrible thing to do, then I don't think it counts as an order. Main reason to not take the 1 is you don't have the hand space. That can definitely be part of it. Wingardium Syndragosa. Double trade, can't kill that. I'm gonna go 2, 1, 1, 1. I can't do it.
Only I had some warm soup.
What if I play these two? Play the AoE spell and then miss out on the Syndragosa for another turn? Yeah, maybe that's better.
Package tight for treasure transport.
I got things to do next turn, I guess. Okay, I withdraw the order, Lul, in that case, thank you. I'm glad I could argue my case.
Who here can spell
Zinjari.
Anybody?
Anybody? You know what this deck really needs? And I know you guys are gonna, people, you know, who think the deck is really good or have seen it do some incredible things. What this deck really needs is a second Phelan. What's your biggest smile of the effing say? Pardon me? Philippe, thank you for your follow. Thank you for your follow, Philippe.
Might or magic, I'll withstand your worst.
What made you smile the most today? I don't know. Probably one of the games where I got like 12 Colossals down in Hearthstone Arena. You check the bounty board a lot more after large purchases? I've been checking so much since I got the new computer. I check it every day. If I'm up around 1 p.m., I'll stay up just to see if there's something. And then I always turn my computer on, like, on YouTube or start making dinner if I've been waking up later, like close to the start of the stream time. But yeah, I've gotten in the habit. I check the bounty board every day. I actually check it multiple times a day because sometimes stuff just randomly shows up.
Can you feel the cold hand of death upon your heart?
And I check the stream elements. Do you do stuff through Stream Elements, right? I checked Stream Elements because I actually don't know when that stuff shows up. I just checked it right now. I don't know when that stuff populates. If you cold storage your own Cinder Ghost, does it die? Only enemy minions.
Souls belong to the
5, 8, 11. The bounty board, that's like the thing on your Twitch dashboard that shows whether there's a sponsored game you can do through Twitch. The Stream Elements one has no baits 99% of the time for you. Yeah, that's some. I've heard that for people. I've done so much with Stream Elements now that I can actually, sometimes there's no base and I'll be like, hey, come on. And they'll be like, oh no, like we can't do it. But sometimes they're like, okay, we'll see. Or sometimes they'll say like, you know, we'll try again in a month. But yeah, if there's no base, I don't take them, but I still check. Did you get the quiz one? I actually got approached by the quiz people, and I opted not to take it from them, as its own kind of thing. But there was no base for the quiz one. I was like, eh. I don't have anything else right now. Adamin, thank you for your follow. And I guess that means this should be some time I probably do take off, you know? This should be the time to take off. But then it's like, well, if you do the work now, then, you know, you'll have more opportunities later.
What's your dream destination?
Draw a battle cry minion. Krakatoa is that a battle cry? Or is that just colossal, right? Do I even have a battle cry minion? I have a dredge. I have a discover. Your next battle cry costs less. Okay, sure. Baba Naga, yeah, I got a few. The colossal doesn't have battle cry, it just has colossal, I think. Why it won't let me hover over the crab? Colossal's not the same as Battlecry, which is why they summon when you evolve. I guess you can't evolve into them. It's why they summon when you pull it out of your deck or whatever. Some Colossals have a Battlecry. Yeah, this one does not, though. Also, do they? The Murloc does, right? I go 5, 9, 4, 5. Murloc and Nelly? Yeah, Nelly. Not the crab. Was a turn. Destroy his entire board, summon a 50-50. Now, normally I hate this, but I was noble. I passed 4 Razzle Dazzles in this draft. This guy, he just wanted to play a cheese game, so we're trying to teach him a lesson. A cheese lesson. Basil can summon Leroy. Do you not pass a turn that fast? You know if you got Leroy if your button is still yellow. If your button is green, then you didn't summon a rush or a charge minion or anything, and your plays are no longer valid. But you can end as soon as you see a green button. And I'll tell you the truth, I play enough, you don't have to shout out every wrong idea or question everything that every streamer does on every turn of every game in perpetuity for their entire lives. You can, but more often than not, people are not actually accurate with their hooting and their hollering. Break the Shaman insta-board cards. Pack Razzle Once Upon a Time. I would go Razzle, Pack Once Upon a Time. Being a boomer and trying to figure out YouTube stuff, like how to upload them or like how to watch them. Either way, you know? I'm just here to stroke. See, that's important too. We need strokers. We need those who stroke. Got the 3. Draw an undead. Sing an undead? No? Oh, it's got white hair. Seems pretty undead to me. Alright, I'll take the crane and not feel necessarily the best about it, but... Make a brand account. Ah, okay. Yeah, it can be a little tricky. Plus, you don't want to, like, pick the wrong name, you know, and then, like, it's a hassle, or... You're like, how do I get a URL that's not a bunch of jumbled characters, but you can't. Unless, like, you know, you have to get, like, a certain amount of subscribers or something. That type of stuff. That makes sense. They named a character after Redbeard and Dora called Wiper, but changed it because Redbeard's lawyers got involved. Hey, I mean, Dreads has to earn a paycheck somehow, doesn't he? Stroke and think about the butterflies. Why wait to draw Craftsman's Hammer and not pick it straight from your left and use it? Is this cheating? Why wait to draw Craftsman's Hammer? I'm sorry, what? Ice barrier, huh? I thought I sent my 6 months of work to some random guy, but luckily I didn't fuck it up. That's good. Yeah. Streaming and kind of like independent contracting, some of this digitized work has a lot of that, like, oh crap, I hope I did this right kind of stuff. I mean, I gotta get through it eventually. It's not like I'm never gonna hit him in the face. Let's get mad that Mage only has secrets? 3 secrets. That doesn't bother me. I don't know why. That was like a point that PJ got upset about. When everybody was, I thought, complaining about pretty big picture, pretty relevant stuff. PJ was like, and also it's... Mage only has 3 secrets. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. I kind of like, it's almost like a mini excavate, sort of. Like, you know the small pool of what you can get. It'd be kind of nice maybe if there was like 4, maybe. But I kind of like that, like, sometimes there's 10 secrets and playing around them's really hard, and sometimes there's, you know, a different amount. And I kind of like that it's kind of fluid. If there's like always the same amount, and there's always like a bunch, but a bunch of them are not playable, you can always kind of deduce what things are just based off of the likely probabilities. I think it's kind of cool to just have it be more fluid. Reminds me of when Rogue first got their secrets. Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking at it in a vacuum, if you said there was always 3, would that be like poor design? I'd be like, yeah, probably. But if you're like, hey, sometimes there's 10, and sometimes there's 3, and sometimes there's 5, and so on, I'm like, okay. Sure. And they're gonna change again? Yeah, alright. It doesn't really bother me. Because, like, it's not always about drafted secrets or discovered secrets. Sometimes it's just, hey, Attendee created a random secret, and now I actually have more of an opportunity to make more of like an educated decision or whatever. You know what I mean?
Let's see, what do I take?
Now it's not just a complete random shit show. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a smaller pool. Reminds me, I already read that. Variance from 3 to 10 is good. Paladin only has 1 good secret. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, historically, Paladins probably had at least 4, 5 good ones. Oh, my Yogg sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5. He could die here, couldn't he? You could take almost no damage as well. You think he got another random ice barrier? Maybe. Oh my Yogg, Avenge was good. Get Down was decent at times. What else was good? There's the one like when you attack, it becomes a 1/1. That one was really, really powerful sometimes. Yeah, I like that card. I thought that was a cool card in Battlegrounds from the little secret guy. To be one of the best secrets you could get in the early game, and then try to get like Ice Block at some stage in the mid to late game. I thought that was actually pretty cool.
I need more mana for that.
I do?
This place is scary.
Every time I draft Phelan or Helia, they hang out in my bottom 5 cards. Phelan? Yeah, we've had Phelan a couple of times. There's been a couple games where we just didn't see it. That's okay. Helia I like to have, because you need Helia kind of as early as possible.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
I'll take that because we actually get the stats. Because it takes a while before I can turn it on. I guess I could go 2-1. I'd like to go 3-4-5, I think. Baba Yaga. I like that card. I think Baba Yaga, in terms of like tempo cards, it's a tempo card, right? That have come out in the last couple of years. I think it's one of the cooler ones. Kind of rewards you in a way for going second. There are a lot of cards like this in that set where like if you cast a spell it does something, and the coin was kind of actually a beneficial component to the early game. I think this is a good way to mitigate the going first versus second problem. I should say like there should be a bunch of cards that say like if you cast the coin this game or something, if you went second, like get a little, you know, incremental beneficial effect. I'd love to get Phelan down, but I'm gonna go 5, so I'm not dredging. Plus most of the colossals cost 7 or 8. One costs 6. It's like it doesn't really matter if I play this, then dredge, then get a 7 cost colossal I can't cast. Winor, thank you for your follow, Winor. He took a lot, but he keeps his shitter alive. Do I play the command here? I think I just do. Let's just rip it, and then we develop a lot of power. If he swings into a 5-1, it's not the end of the world. And then I'm overloaded at a time where I have a 4 and a 1 I might actually want to play. +1/+1 if you have the same or fewer number of mana crystals as your opponent or something. Yeah. You could come up with like a mechanic for it, you know? Whatever you want to call it, and then you wouldn't have to write that on every card, so like you could call it like mana screw, mana depletion. If you have fewer mana crystals than your opponent, get +1/+1, or gain rush, something. Deal 5 next turn, but I really want to play Phelan. I kind of can't play Phelan though, right? Unless I just shoot it. And then it's just kind of a waste of a chunk of our turn. We call him Baba Yaga. Well, John wasn't exactly the Pokemon. He was the one you sent to kill the Pokemon. Thank you for linking that. Thank you. Now I've got a problem. I've got a bigger problem. We lose to Hex if we play that. I'm just gonna take more dredge. Milo with the raid. You gotta be kidding me? Everybody's rating us today. PJ, Milo, who's next? Amaranth? Summit? Darn it. So Phelan plus the weapon? Darn it. Alright, we gotta get Phelan down.
Let's see, what do
Hope you had a good stream, Milo. Were you playing Hearthstone Arena? I'm assuming you were. I guess I'd rather have the... Oh, you know what? I mean, the order matters more than the stats, but I mean, I wish I had flipped them. But I could have wanted the stats on the second one.
I loathe
Oh, I could have done that though, couldn't I? It's not a mistake, idiot. I'm just thinking about which Colossus I want to whoop your ass with. Milo was streaming this time? Does Milo not... What does that mean? Does Milo ever not stream? I thought Milo always streamed. Full cream. Why full cream? I'm sure he gets asked that a lot. The humble steed. Bubble dribble. Double flippin' spike-ridged steed. Can't kill the 6/8. I can kill this healing scrotum. Are you a half cream kind of man? I don't drink cream. I don't drink coffee. I'm not sure what you're supposed to use cream in other than coffee, if anything.
It's time to raise the stakes.
Whipping ass is okay. Whipping not. Pardon me? You could whip it. I don't really do a lot of whipped cream either. But whipped cream is pretty good. When do you eat whipped cream? You put it on like pie or like iced cream? Or you just drink it out of the can? I never do that. I've never done that. It was supposed to be wipe. Cream can be used in some pastas. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I'd probably be more likely to like eat cream in or drink cream or consume cream in that capacity. Like in like a maybe like a savory dish to thicken a sauce maybe. Drink it out of a can, you like spray it. I feel like if I were to eat whipped cream, it would probably be in a bikini shape off of a supermodel's body, maybe. That'd probably be like my preferred female, womanly, voluptuous, giving, kind, and caring. Okay, before you get any crazy ideas, Fair Hero, speaking of crazy ideas, thank you for the Prime sub. Not the supermodel's PP? Preferably not, no. Not getting cream all over my face. Now we're talking about whipped cream, the consumable edible dish, okay? I thought you said if you drink whipped cream, it would be while wearing a bikini. You know, I've never worn a bikini. I have momentarily needed to put on underwear that I didn't own. It belonged to someone else of a of said more womanly kind of convictions, because I was over at their house and I needed to use the restroom in the middle of the night. It's like, but they had roommates and I couldn't find mine, and they're like, oh, just take mine. And I'm pretty sure they're still inside of me now. I'm pretty sure they just went inside of me and they never came out. Those things are dainty. You took their roommates? No, I took the gal I was with. She was like, oh, take mine. I'm like, oh, okay. And they really don't do a lot of good job of hiding the front bits either, you know? These things. I mean, they were like, I don't know, it was just a string. I don't know, man. I simply don't know. Am I always doing 2 of them? I guess I'm always doing 2 of them. Am I ever doing 3 of them? Yeah, probably.
Avalanche!
Because these just don't line up super well with what's on board. Looks like it wasn't too useful for the purpose you intended. No, not at all. It's also like 4 in the morning. I think they were half asleep. And yeah, I don't know. Didn't work as intended though, for sure. Parmesan and full cream can make a weird Alfredo type thing. It can. Master Chef apathetic one's on the case. What's that, devil?
My eyes are plain.
I mean, I might as well pick up Glug. Ooh. I still probably want Glug. I need... My win con is his Tendi's killing him now. We played against 2 Omega Tendi decks. Hi, Redbeard. We're going on a national bikini tour, and we're looking for 2 oil boys who can grease us off before each competition. Do it drooling. Pardon me? Wasn't supposed to be like all high rolls, was it? High Volunteers Tribute. Man, you guys would do great, but wouldn't the ladies want like a handsome, attractive, world famous arena streamer? I think that's why they asked me. I'm sorry. You guys can do prep work on the Dreads back waxing tour if you guys are looking for work. They need 2 though. Yeah, but I like to put my feet up.
You have earned my thanks.
Shut up. Now the question is, how do I win from here? May not be possible. Beetle King, thanks for the big emote. Did you get a load of some of the new emotes we got? Look at that. Look at that professional job. Like I did pauses for a second.
Good explorer comes prepared.
Where's one of my guys? Oh, it's already dead. I mean, maybe Glug kills him. Doesn't seem like it. Reminds me of a South Park animation. I was trying to think of the South Park theme song. Kind of like the King of the Hill song. Wow. What does he do if he doesn't roll a taunt there? I guess he would die.
Hey, you know me? It's Brukan. A simple hex can turn you into a tool.
What's your dream destination?
Victory is shun the light.
Can't believe we won that.
Yado.
Problem is I need all my 2s and my 3s and a lot of those dredge things, but I still need to curve out, so. Colossals are just normal minions now. Kinda. Does he always draw his legendary? Me? I don't know. You know how we draw our legendary is, 1, because we mulligan aggressively for it. 2, because we stay alive for a long time because we make good plays a lot, and then we get more turns to draw. And 3, I'm running my my aimbot 3000 draw mechanic special computer software. You heard me? I'm cheating! I knew it! Yapor. Great to see you, man.
Welcome to the crew.
Welcome to the crew. There's 3,000 now. No wonder my runs have been so bad. You gotta get the updated version. You gotta get the updated softwares. He didn't get Marin. I got Marin. Dude, I got Kaka. Got a couple other spells if I use that one before this one. Dredges his deck for him. Blizzard endorsed cheating software. It's called Hearthstone. I'm on the streamer server. Why is Concierge a pirate? Good question. Why is Concierge a 4-mana 3/4? It's been relegated to unpickability and unplayability in Hearthstone Arena. Just because they make all the spells that she casts cost 0 for some reason.
We're going on a
Scallywag! Is what I'd say if, yeah. Also, hey Jens, how are you, dude? I tricked Banter into raiding you yesterday so you could do your Wukong bounty. Was that you? I try to ask him for help sometimes. And I try to keep an eye out for when I can get an opportunity to help him with, you know, raids. He's just a nice guy too, you know, so, you know, it's not just about like you know, help to help. Sometimes you just raid people. Big Banter's a cool dude. Asmo. XD. Sunny. I did ask Sunny specifically for help yesterday so that we could do the Wukong bounty. Surprisingly nice guy for a man named Kyle. It's pretty abnormal, isn't it, for a Kyle to be
I never make two trips.
a nice guy.
What's your last?
It is surprising. I've only known one Kyle. He actually was a pretty nice guy. He was a pretty nice guy. I forget his name, his last name. Kyle? He was a quiet dude, and he played drums, and I knew him in high school. And I was friends with this, actually, it wasn't this lady. I don't remember. I was like acquaintances with like a lot of people. Back then I had more friends and more acquaintances. I kind of like knew everybody, and I remember he was a very nice guy, but like quiet. And he like, I don't know, asked like a lady on a date or something. I don't know if she said no or if they went on a date and like it didn't go well or they like decided to stop dating or something. But he called her and left a voicemail on her phone. And it was like a really horrible reading of like a script, but it was legitimate. It was like a movie scene or something. And he was like, you know, you took my heart and you ripped it out and you stomped on it on the floor. And then they shared it around the school, and he was known as like that guy. Like that was his new thing. He was no longer Kyle the quiet guy. He was Kyle the funny voicemail message guy. That's the Kyle psychopath energy. Yeah, it wasn't a good look even then. The particularly, I believe, at the time, the young ladies kind of took it and ran with that. Like, oh no, oh no, Kyle, what have you done? You've embarrassed not only yourself, but all of us as well. I want the crab first, because I may just kill him with the crab, you know what I mean? Like, I'm ahead. I don't want to, I don't want to destroy my own board. Voicemail guy is a brutal designation. Yeah, now, I don't think it was like, people weren't like too mean to him, but like, I remember that being kind of a thing. And, I wasn't that close with him, but I don't know, I was kind of like, took that as a little bit of a lesson. You're like, oh, I probably shouldn't Probably shouldn't leave an audio recording of my deep-seated emotional betrayals, I feel. What do you mean you don't want to destroy your own board? I want to keep my board, is what I mean. And I want to develop it into a better board over time. Do the painting! Will I get Dreads? Will I get Redbeard? Or will I get Dose of Coffee? That's the question. And the answer is, I got Dreads. Oh, darn it.
What's your dream destination?
Oh.
Avalanche!
Gigapin is only enemy board. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I don't want to destroy their board. Okay, a couple things. One, you're right. Two, I'm gonna play the... I don't want to destroy their board and then bring it back. But two, I'm overloaded and I can't play it anyway. And three, I want to play Krakatoa to kill them. But you're right, I actually wouldn't destroy my own board. But destroying their board and then resummoning it for them, that's kind of the same, you know, it's kind of equivalent. That's rude to destroy their board. Okay, now I'm gonna draw Easy Breezy 98. Looking good, dude. Looking damn good. Tell me why they always
Choose soon.
heal. And tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartbreak or a heartache. I'm actually not sure.
Avalanche!
That's the most stats I can put on the board. And I don't destroy their board and give them another board. Okay, hold on. Got work to do.
This storm
That ain't
is
good.
me.
That ain't gonna be good for me. Lightning Storm? 4, 6, 13, 15. Blizzard? Doesn't help me either. You can give it color. This one? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Maybe not, maybe not. They want Azuman? I guess I'd rather just have Azuman. Where did the blizzard come from? A blizzard from the jackpot, it seems. Jackpot, blizzard, 12 health. Hopefully he doesn't turn this one around. Turn on the robot. I don't really know how to turn on the robot. He's kind of waking up. Do I just keep spinning this? Is that it? Is he on now? He doesn't do anything. He should fly away. See if I can create some more electricity. Also, I think I'm getting a carpal tunnel in my hand.
Your flesh become
Redbeard's Phelan Colossal? Deck has gone 9? What a complete and utter delight. What a turnaround.
Yado.
Deck isn't failing at all. It ain't. Succeeding. They should change his name. Ambassador Succeeding.
The crystal shall decide your
Those Colossals has been doing some heavy lifting. True. You ain't wrong about that, brother. He might want to hero power here. This way he doesn't have a target. My deck doesn't go 12. I call it unsuccessful. Damn. It's a high barometer.
Dream destination.
I mean, Forge is pretty nutty. If we can get some Colossals, maybe some of them. I guess none of them are that big on their own, outside of like Glug.
Dying breath is for this city.
It's probably better than templing out a Forge. I thought about playing this one, but I thought, I might get a 3 or a 4 cost location I wanted to play, and I was like, yeah, if I get Phelan, I will at least have the opportunity to hold a dredge. I also thought, what if Phelan's on the bottom of my deck? It's better to dredge it up sooner, probably. Beating the dead horse about the design of the sunken mechanic in Arena, but it's great that you managed to get enough dredge offered. Yeah. I actually don't think there's anything wrong with the sunken design. I think the sunken design is actually really cool. I think the inconsistencies of the drafts are something that can easily be remedied, and always have been able to be, either by curating the pool, which they did, and then pretty much achieved exactly that, or by having you draft from smaller pools of cards, so 1 or 2 sets instead of 5 or 6 or 7. So you can get 1 Jade card, 1 Curse card, 1 Dredge card, 1 Excavate card, and end up with a deck that you hate and is boring. But yeah, it was cool. In our first like 11 picks, I think we had 4 or 5 dredge. I don't think we saw many after that, but you don't really need more than that. We've been able to dredge a few times, and then play Phelan, and then dredge a few times. Now I kept taking them. I don't mind. I would have taken more.
You call that a blade? I've got 3.
Wow, shot her face. I guess he's always going to be able to use the location on that. Problem is I'm overloaded, but that's fine. I can go 4-2. Could also use this if I really had to. And then I'd be overloaded on 8 for 7. I could still play Z-Lag. So he hits there. Does he convert to trade? Or does he get clobbered here for a little? I don't know. Never seen the location copy a card? I copied Prison of Yogg. I think somebody copied Prison of Yogg against me too.
All it takes is a lot of lava.
So this is 8. This could be 9. I have a lot of dredge cards. I'm just gonna make sure I can curve out. These are kind of annoying.
Then for which piece where now?
These deal 2 each. Maybe I just cast this one first. This was a 3-2, or if he had no minions on board. I think I'd be more inclined. Nexty, what's up, dude? All the DK locations make me angry when my opponents play them. This one was so crazy when it came out. It does feel a lot closer to a fair card now. Still kind of crazy, but... I mean, if he ain't killing Glug, my head... Ain't cutting my head off. No. No, no, no. What if he has Helm of Humiliation and he doesn't kill it, but then it just grows back? He could have an asphyxiate, and he needs it to get bigger before it works, but he did have a targeted spell. Good play. I can trade and get Neptulon for next turn. I should probably do that. This is a little risky, but I could also clear them both, which would be pretty swell. Is this set curated? No. Good, 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 great, wonderful. No, I don't know if these are the accurate sets, but it's actually not true anymore. There are two wild sets, Sunken City and March of the Lich King. Just don't miss. I just figure he has so many cards. I'm not really going to be able to like win this game 1-for-1ing him. I need high rolls. I need him to kill some of my stuff here, though. Oh, well, okay. Maybe not exactly like that, but...
Searing slash! You will be crushed beneath the endless tide! Feeble bronze! Feeble bronze!
With Phelan we do, yeah. But I have gone through all 3 Colossals, so if he has a full board clear here, we're kind of cooked, right? Good? Bad? 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 Bad. Okay. But is he dead? Oh, but I always lose like a hand here, huh? Oh, now he is dead.
It is finished. You win.
Okay, 10 wins with Phelan? 8 in a row, I think?
Fiado.
Big brain plays. I took some big brain plays. Play my gigantic colossals, although we did sequence it in a way that I think optimized it for us. We just get lucky with the Zilliag hits. We also got lucky with the colossals. We didn't get an Ozumat. We didn't get a Ozumat.
Hey, you know me? It's Brook.
But yeah, you know, I mean, at 10 wins, you kind of, you know, you always have to get lucky. You have to avoid getting unlucky and so on. Oh, baby, that's good. What I'm going to hope to dredge up is a dredge card. But I was not so lucky. You could also see taking Volcano there.
The end is coming! Searing slash!
Not sure that was that bad for us. It was a little bad for us. I don't want to overload on 5 in hopes of being able to play that on 6 so that he'll hex that. I guess which means we can go 3 and 2 if we don't want to play this. Who dat Pat? Hey Pat, thank you for your follow. If we can get several dozen new followers today, that would be cool. I would appreciate that. Must I play my command of Neptulon? I think so, right? Because otherwise he just farms these minions I play for free. Then I have to go 2 and 3. I have to forego playing either 6. If he doesn't kill either, I might just go 2-3. I assume he'll kill this one for sure. Coin a Fire Ellie, and then I will be in a very bad spot. That is way better for me than a Fire Ellie. Holy shit. That was, I mean, maybe that's his best play. That's not that bad for us, though.
This place is scary.
You're absolutely batshit crazy if you think I'm not going to take the rat and rip I don't know what out of his hand, but something. Something's coming. Like a 6-1 next turn. Then 6-2.
Time to raise the stakes.
Tyrion? That would be bad. Would be bad. Kinda gotta wait till he plays his most expensive card if we're gonna play the rat. Do I do that? I think I do, because I might draw a Colossal. And I could draw a Geyser. And then I want this down. So in case we're playing the rat next turn, I don't want him to draw his highest cost card yet. In case we're going 6-2. Also possible we go like 3-4, 3-1, 4-1. Uma! When did this happen? At the end of my turn. Dang it. Oh my god, what does that do? Oh my god! Alright, now here's my problem right now, is I don't have Phelan. So let's find Phelan. Let me turn on my streamer cheat code. What the hell? It's malfunctioning. The type of decks the Dreads wouldn't even risk playing. No, he wouldn't. Nor would he obviously be able to take it to 11 or, dare I say, potentially even 12. Wouldn't really be in his wheelhouse or his capabilities. That's just the Redbeard difference, you know? Speaking of, something's growing out of my back. It's itching. Probably some larva. Coin the 2 into a 2, looking for a 3-cost thing. Yeah, maybe.
What's your dream destination?
Back larvae. The Redbeard difference, or as it shall be known, the RDiff. Abbreviations are nice. Abbreviations can be helpful. Do I want to hit his face? Or do I want to take the free hit and then put the taunt up? Also, please give me a 3. Okay, we got Phelan. I just need to figure out next turn. I'll take the hit, maybe. Now, we may lose, which is, you know, entirely likely, possible, plausible. But at least we got Phelan down, so... At least we'll get to play Phelan in our 12-win game, too. Uh-oh. Apple boy.
Error. Hot bucket.
The error butt nugget. I mean, I'll take a 2. I'll take a 2. A 3. If I have to, I'll play Shadow Suffusion on this board.
Die, Landwalker!
Unfortunate. Goatbeard? Wouldn't you want the Priest Location versus an 11-win deck? No. What do I get? 1-1 Water Alley? No thanks.
You're going on a dangerous
Mad Susie, thank you for the Prime. No Excavates, no Titans. I'm going second. So a card that's really, really slow going second, probably not ideal to grab.
arcane energy.
Minions take double damage during his turn. Okay, let's see our first Colossal. Mad Susie, thank you for the 12 month.
Turning tides. What's with your life?
I'm gonna draw that next turn. Man, Ozumat's pretty grimy. Need the Paladin Colossal, Rogue Colossal for next turn would be huge. Neptulon instead of Ozumat's a big deal. I mean, there's a chance we Gigafin and he can't do anything about Gigafin, I suppose. Unlikely as it is. Sometimes Gigafin just sort of does work. This seems good to have down going into the Hydralodon. Let's just dredge now.
What do I take?
And we'll just take the Gigafin. And if we have to YOLO it, then we'll just YOLO it. Always Azumat. Yeah, we only got Azumat, what, 3 times? Oh man, if you get like the pirate one, that could be huge. What's this guy doing? Setting up a grand finale or something?
Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
Colossal. Okay, let's go ahead and start hitting the minions. Damn. Pretty unfortunate hits there. To not kill the 4-1s. Not good. But that's okay. This was still the right pick, it just didn't work out for us. He's getting low? He's at 29. It's unfortunate. Very good odds to hit a Hydra and give me more minions. Now maybe he has a full board clear, but doesn't look like it. Boy, that was done very poorly. He got very rewarded for it, but that was not done well. Weird turn. Yeah, that was. I mean, he almost gave us an extra 3-1. I guess that would have given him an extra 3-6, but
Now watch as I pull. Oh no.
this is an 11-win game. Yeah, I shudder to think what else is in this deck with some of the decisions they've made. Secret. Could be Ice Barrier. So probably ice. The ice and counter. I have to kill this little shitter, right? Ice
Someone's out on me.
and counter. Can always go face with 1, right? In case he didn't take Ice Barrier, but it isn't ice, they die. Yeah, I mean, there's only 3, so they're gonna take Ice Barrier. But I do feel like I need to respect this guy. What do I do if the hit doesn't go my way? The hits don't go my way.
My dying breath is for this city.
Counter.
This place is scary. I'm coming.
You don't live the one city.
Hey, this might be worth getting countered over this. Like the Colossus keyword is neat and the art is cool. Yeah, I agree.
Can't hurt.
Nothing gets past my hounds.
What spells do you discover? Just one fire spell? I'm a shaman. So I will get shaman spells. One more? Bah. Yeah, warrior would get just a fire spell. There are frost spells, but I don't think there are any frost spells in. I don't know if there a trial by fire is in 12 wins, wow. That was, yeah, one of the easier games. I'll take it. If you're watching this bad boy on YouTube, just know I got my beloved Phelan and we played about 40 Colossals. Not bad.